two mercenaries, Tovar and William, travel to China along with their friends in search of the black powder. After months of traveling and fighting in different tribes, only 3 of them survive. They think they should go back as they don't have enough sources to move forward, but William does not agree to leave without the gunpowder. So they decide to let go of the extra horses and shed the weight to continue. But William decides to keep the magnet by saying he will build a campus with it. One night, a strange creature attacks them and kills their friend. William and Tovar manage to survive and detain its arm after killing it. They are attacked by the enemies and try to escape, but end up in front of the Great Wall, where they are imprisoned by General Shao of the Nameless Order. They are taken into a great hall, where a female commander, Lin, questions them about the hand of the creature. The army gets impressed to know that William killed it all alone. Upon further investigation, William tells them they have come for trade. Lin does not believe their story and suggests killing them, but the general orders to lock them up instead. While the general decides their fate, he is informed about the attack on the wall. On their way to the cellar, the strategist Wang tells them that the general wants to know the secret of killing the creature, and that's why he ordered to detain them. They are taken up to the wall, where the army stands at their positions to defend the territory from Tao Te. As they sit there, William and Tovar are impressed to see the organization in the army and their amazing combat skills. They also spot another foreigner, Ballard, there, and think that he may help them escape. Soon, the battle starts. The army puts up a great fight, but few Tao Te succeed in climbing up the wall and start to kill the soldiers before the queen orders them to retreat. During the battle, William and Tovar are freed by Ballard, but instead of running, they decide to fight against Tao Te. Both fight brilliantly and kill 2 of them, saving the life of a guard, Pang Yong. After the fight, General Shao comes over with Lin and admires their courage and skills. While talking to General and Lin, they find out Tao Te will be back soon, so the army needs to get prepared for the attack. At night, Ballard comes over and they share the secret that they are looking for the black powder. He reveals he came for the same purpose 25 years ago, but he could not make it out and got imprisoned by the army. After the conversation, they are asked to come to the dining hall, where the entire army warmly welcomes them, revealing they have earned their respect due to their courage. Lin again thanks them on General Shao's behalf and asks them to show their skills at his request. They agree and again impress the entire hall. At the dinner, William talks to Lin, who informs him about Ballard and reveals he now works as an English and Latin teacher. Lin tells him that she lived there forever and asks about his country, to which he replies he doesn't fight for the country, but for food. Upon listening to his opinion, Lin thinks she is not like him, as she would fight and sacrifice anything for her country. Lin takes him to the wall and asks him to jump, assuring him that he will be pulled up, but he refuses by saying he does not trust anyone. At night, Ballard shows them the weapon and informs them about its devastating effects. He also tells them that Tao Te will return and the fight will resume again. He shares his plan that they have to run during the battle, as the attention of the soldiers will be diverted. While they talk about the plan, Wang calls them and asks them about the magnet. He thinks its power can be used to take down Tao Te. When William asks about the creature, Wang tells them the story of an ancient emperor whose greed brought great suffering to the people. As a result, a meteor sent by nature struck the mountains and unleashed the beast. He further reveals they follow the orders from the queen and attack once every 60 years. At night, a group of soldiers led by General Shao and Lin goes up to the wall to check up on the bodies, but they get attacked by a Tao Te, leading to General Shao's death. Before dying, he hands over the charge of Nameless Order to Lin and orders his soldiers to consider her as their leader. After performing his last rituals, a meeting is held where strategist Wang informs them about receiving an ancient scroll from the capital, which hints towards using the magnet against Tao Te. He thinks it could be the reason William managed to kill it earlier. He assumes the magnet makes them deaf and they cannot proceed without instructions from the queen. William suggests capturing a Tao Te and testing the theory, and they agree to follow his lead. Upon listening to the conversation, Tovar gets angry and argues with them by saying he cannot help them out because it would risk their plan to escape. William does not agree and decides to help them instead, while Tovar and Ballard finalize the plan to escape. Ballard thinks they should go, but Tovar does not agree to leave without him. He comes back and saves William's life as he helps the army in capturing a Tautay. They both fight side by side, but soon realize the adversity of the situation and signal to Lynn. She orders to use the black powder against them. William and Tovar get shocked to see the destruction it causes. After the fight, the army tests the magnet and finds out it actually works. Wang tells Lin they have to send the captured Tautay to the capital and hand over it to the Emperor according to the rules. When William comes back, Tovar fights with him again and decides to leave without him. He and Ballard try to escape, but William finds out about it and tries to stop them, but they knock him unconscious and leave. William is brought to the Queen, who orders to kill him for his betrayal, but a soldier that witnessed everything said William wasn't involved in the plan, so she orders to lock him up instead. In the meantime, the army finds a tunnel in the wall and discovers the initial attack was a distraction from Tautay, and they have breached the wall. Soon, they learn out that Tautay are headed toward the capital, so they have to reach there as well to fight against them. Upon Lin's suggestion, the army uses the hot air balloons to fly toward the capital. William is freed by a soldier and taken to Wang, who informs them that they have failed as Tautay has reached the kingdom. He says that before leaving for the capital, Lin has ordered to set him free. Wang asks him to leave and tell the world about the upcoming threat. When William asks if they still have a chance against Tautay, Wang reveals if they want to defeat them, they need to kill the Queen. William decides to help them instead of leaving, so he boards a balloon with Wang and flies toward the capital. In the palace, as the Emperor tries to test the effectiveness of the magnet, he accidentally drops it on the floor and wakes up the beast. The Tautay signals his army and they attack the capital. On the other side, Ballard deceives Tovar and abandons him in the middle of nowhere. He then gets abducted by a tribe who accidentally ignites the black powder, killing themselves as well as Ballard. After hearing the explosion, Tovar finds their location and gets the horses back, but is recaptured by the army. Back in the capital, Lin arrives with her army and attacks Tautay. While fighting against them, she is surrounded by them, but William arrives just in time to save her. They spot the Queen, and Wang tells them they have a chance to attack her while she is feeding. They try, but they fall inside the palace after the balloon gets destroyed after a collision. Lin and Wang tell the Emperor that they need to kill the Queen to defeat them. Wang suggests giving Tautay the meat to deliver to the Queen and tying the black powder to it. The army plans to release the captured Tautay through an underground tunnel, but gets attacked. Peg Young sacrifices his life and saves the others. To execute the plan of killing the Queen, Lin and William climb up the tower to shoot. William shoots 2 arrows, but they are detracted by the Queen's defensive force. In the meantime, Tautay climbs up the tower, and Wang sacrifices his life to buy them some time. After seeing his initial failed attempts, Lin suggests they should use the spear to reach near the Queen. William uses his magnet to create a space in the shield, and they succeed in igniting the black powder. The Queen is killed this time, and the entire horde is paralyzed. After winning the battle, William is taken to a cellar to meet Tovar, who was recaptured. He tells him that the Emperor has given him the choice to choose between the black powder and him. Tovar thinks he must have chosen the powder, but that ends up not being the case, and Tovar gets freed. On their way out, Lin, who has been promoted to the General of Northwest Territory, comes over to say goodbye. She thanks William for helping them out in defeating Tautay. William congratulates her and leaves with Tovar. He and Tovar depart, and Lin watches over them from the Great Wall.